You haven't lived until you've been rejected by one of the biggest publications in the world. And today, I'm going to share my rejection email with you. It's about time.
The secret to happiness is finding something you love and then doing that for the rest of your life.
Hey, welcome to VEDA, video every day in April, a challenge I've set myself to produce, write, film and distribute a video every single day in April. My name's CK Golding, thank you for being here. I'm going to go straight in today because this is an impression of me when I received today's question. Yay! It's something I've wanted to talk about for ages because I knew that the essence of it applies to so many creative people, because at the root of this, we're exploring rejection. I received a question from Shahid on Instagram, and Shahid's question this morning is thus. So, as a creative public figure, how much do you allow less than positive feedback or comments to influence your work? Now, last year I wrote, produced, filmed a mini show called Be Different, Say Yes, where I went out to the streets of London and I offered to buy complete strangers lunch. I just asked people as they were passing me, can I buy you lunch? For no reason other than, why not? After I'd filmed it, I watched it, I edited it with my film guy. I looked at it and I thought, you know, I was really proud of it, and I thought London lifestyle publications might wish to share it. So I do my own PR. So whenever I do something, I send it out to various people that I think may be interested. I was subsequently featured on TV in some large newspapers, platforms, blah, blah, media sites. Here's one of my appearances.
Northerner CK Golding has been conducting a social experiment by offering people on the street random acts of kindness. I spoke to him about it, but before we hear from him, let's see him in action.
I would like to buy you lunch. Are you open for me buying you lunch? Mate, can I buy you lunch, please? It's on me.
I'm alright.
Mate, it's on me.
No, but I'm full.
Are you too full for free food? It's an Instagram experiment. I want to buy you lunch.
I just had lunch. I'm sorry.
Okay. Excuse me. What? Come here, quickly. Can I buy you lunch in here? They want me to buy somebody lunch. Would you like lunch?
Sure. How come?
Where did this idea come from, CK?
Wow, watching me being rejected publicly, that's soothing. Thank you, Luke, thank you. The idea, well, so that was episode 19 in my online series called Something About Strangers. And
now, it's a matter of public record, so I've spoken about this before, that when I first pitched that idea to a videographer who I needed to come and film it with me, his first response was, you're going to go and ask strangers in London if you can buy them lunch? Yeah, pretty much. I don't understand. Oh, okay. What don't you get? Let me explain it to you. Well, it won't work. What do you mean? Well, you can't just ask random people if you can buy them lunch. Like, you'll just get flat responses and it won't be very interesting. I don't understand. Look, CK, basically, the idea is okay, but I would recommend you use an actor. You actually approach an actor who's in on it so that it's more interesting. I thought, oh, and he was so committed to the fact I needed an actor that I started to think, hang on a minute, is this idea shit? Maybe it's shit, because he was so confident in the way he thought I needed an actor. Anyway, I ploughed on, I had belief in my idea, I thought it would work if I approached strangers who were completely anonymous to me, they were non-actors. I went forward and I did it, and then what happened, it was successful, blah, blah, blah. I've mentioned that before, but what I haven't mentioned is that during the pitching process, when I was sending it out to media outlets, so I thought might want to report the story, one of the biggest international platforms, I sent it to them, the editor came back to me and was like, what? So I'm going to share that email with you now. I sent it to Time Out London. I'm sure you're all familiar with Time Out. It's an international publication. It's huge. Certainly one of the biggest publications in London. And I thought they'd be interested in this story. You know, dude asking people if they want to buy them lunch in London, a supposedly unfriendly city. And then he got back to me that day. I don't think so. Sorry, CK. I'm not really sure what the point of the experiment was. Most Londoners I know are essentially honest, warm, and open, you know. Though they may find it weird or suspicious being approached in the street. Cheers. So I was reading that, and I remember I was in a library and I read that when I got it, and I thought, oh, all right. So I replied, Great of you to share your thoughts with me. Thank you. I accept your editorial decision. I find it beyond the realms of plausibility. All right, CK, calm down. I find it beyond the realms of plausibility, however, that your overriding response was, what's the point? I'm unsure if you are asking what's the point of playing it forward. I doubt this is what you're saying, however. I found this element of your email baffling at best, disappointing at worst. Happy Thursday, nevertheless. Here's a question for you, by the way. Did that reply email from me, did it come across as dick, or was it fair? Because I think it's fair, but it started off a bit dicky. Then it kind of got, all right then. I don't know, fair or dicky? That should be the name of a TV show. Fair or dicky? And then his reply, by that, I meant it seems you are working on the assumption that Londoners are unfriendly, which is a cliche I don't have time for. The K-Swiss tie-in doesn't particularly endear me to the project either, I'm afraid. K-Swiss is the trainer company that's featured in that particular project. The link to this project is in the description box if you want to know what the hell am I talking about and how did that pan out. So he sent me that. I replied with a few counterpoints, which isn't relevant anymore. I just wanted to show you the gist of what happened before I was accepted to come on TV, and it was subsequently featured on Huffington Post and Evening Standard, which is London's biggest newspaper, and it's one of the biggest circulating newspapers in the UK. So my point here is, firstly, I've experienced people doubting the merit of my ideas, and I'm 100% open to that as well. I think we all have to be, but I think the most important thing is you have to ask yourself, like, actually, is there merit to what I'm doing here? And if there is, you just have to kind of blank out all the noise, but also be open to the noise as well. Be open to the noise. So I remember someone watched the first edit of that and they said, CK, you're a bit sweary. And I don't know if you've noticed, I can be a bit sweary at times. Shit, I ain't got shit. Weirdly, I couldn't be arsed. Couldn't be arsed. Who is this knob? You're a dick. So I'm a little bit pissed off. I was expecting it to be a bag of shit. Is this idea shit? The knobhead mail people lost it in the post. Maybe it's shit. I was going to see shit. What the fuck? Then I asked myself, do you know what? That's me. Like, I'm a sweary guy. Why should I edit out the swear words in that particular project? Then I thought, well, what do you want to achieve with this project? And I wanted it to be shared as widely as possible. And I knew that platforms like the Huffington Post and Evening Standard would be unlikely to publish it if it was littered with swear words. So then I just bleeped it out, despite the fact the bleeped version was not the version I wanted. So I think you sometimes just have to ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish here? And you need to be open to, I don't like the word critique, I just think you have to be open to feedback, whether you agree with that feedback or not. So that was a wonderful question, and I thank you for asking it me, because I wanted to share this rejection letter for ages. And it's not, again, the word rejection is a little bit cynical. It's just someone saying, no thanks. And if you wish to ask me anything, you are welcome to do so. Find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and not LinkedIn. Hate it. All the links are beneath this, and you're welcome to ask me anything, wherever you are, whoever you are, unless you're an actor.